If you are in the market of 5.5 inches HD smartphone which also has a fingerprint scanner, but you don't want to spend a pretty penny, the $66 Chinese phone Homtom HT17 brings a lot of value for money. This is Linus, stay tuned for a full review. I will leave a product link down below the video in case you want to check it out. For just $66 US, you get all the usual accessories and some extras like a soft TPU case and a screen protector. The phone is made out of plastic, but the build quality is surprisingly good. The phone does not look fancy or anything, but it does not look very cheap either. The 5.5 inches 720p display is pretty good, but the main shortcomings are that it has a poor brightness output that leads to a subpar sunlight legibility. We have a 5 megapixels interpolated selfie camera along with the LED notification light. The capacitive buttons, however, are not backlit. Rounded corners of the soft plastic bag help with the grip, and thus it is quite comfortable to hold the phone in the hand. You can easily remove the backplate, and underneath it you'll find 2 SIM card slots and the microSD card slot. Also, you can remove a 3000 mAh battery. As for camera, we have an 8 megapixel sensor that can take 13 megapixels pictures and the LED flash. The fingerprint scanner is a nice addition considering the low price of the phone. It is not the fastest on the market, but it is pretty accurate and it unlocks your phone straight from the standby mode. The loudspeaker is mediocre in general, but it is very good for the phone that's cheap. For the price of just $66, you can't expect any great specs. The phone ships with the quad-core MTK6737 chip, which has maximum clock speeds of 1.1 GHz, 1 GB of RAM, and just 8 GB of expandable storage. The phone is definitely not designed for the hardcore gamers, but you can still enjoy some games if you reduce the graphics settings. There were quite a few skipped frames while playing Asphalt 8, but it is still possible to enjoy playing it. As for user interface, the device ships with Android 6.0 out of the box. It clearly reminds stock Android, but we have some redesigned icons and some added features. For example, there are plenty of gesture and motion controls that work pretty well. The day-to-day performance of the UI is pretty fast. Well, there were a few minor hiccups and it may take a little bit longer to open certain apps, but I was happy with the overall speed of the user interface. The image quality is definitely far from the best, but it is one of the best if we talk about the sub-$60 phones. The phone can take some pretty good looking photos in daylight, but it will struggle in lower lit situations. The 720p video quality is mediocre as on most of the phones in this price range. A front-facing camera is a little bit disappointing as the images lack detail. As for connectivity, I didn't have any issues with Wi-Fi, call quality, or signal reception. Even the GPS lock speeds are fast and it is usable for navigation. The 3000 mAh battery will last you at least full day depending on the usage. I could get around 4 hours of screen on time on a mixed use of the phone. Homtom HT17 is a budget phone that brings quite a lot of value for money. It has a decent display and good build quality, some added features in the user interface, decent overall performance, and a fingerprint scanner that works pretty well. Also, the phone has an OK camera, which is a rare feature to have in this price range of phones. However, don't expect to play the high-end games or take a lot of low-light photos with this device. The performance will be pretty disappointing. Also, the display could be slightly brighter. On the other hand, Homtom HT17 is a surprisingly good and usable $66 phone, despite a few shortcomings. It was Linus, thanks for watching, and please let me know what you think. Does this phone bring a lot of value for the price or not? Also, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, follow TechLineHD on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and see you soon.